What is monetization, and how could it benefit your community? It's an approach that would create a renewed relationship with Canada on the road to reconciliation. Monetization is already used every day by people buying a home or a vehicle. Rather than saving the entire amount for an asset up front, you borrow through a mortgage or a loan and then make payments over time. This is monetization. Why is it beneficial? Canada currently uses a pay-as-you-go model, which is equivalent as saving up cash, but that can only build a few infrastructure projects each year. Monetization would build many more projects and could help close the estimated $350 billion infrastructure gap, something the federal government committed to do by 2030. That is simply not possible under the current policy. In fact, it would take about 130 years using the current model. How would it work? Monetization would work like this. First Nations would submit to Canada their shovel-ready and prioritized projects. FNFA could raise the financing required for each project through capital markets, and annual transfers from Canada would cover payments for the nations. Monetization could help close the infrastructure gap much faster. Why would more projects be built? Canada's annual budget can support a large number of projects today by committing to pay for them over a number of years with a much smaller impact on the federal treasury. Also, funding more projects at today's prices removes the risk that inflation will make tomorrow's projects unachievable. Why use the FNFA? FNFA is the right vehicle to use for monetization because we are First Nations owned and governed. We have access to capital markets to raise the financing. FNFA has developed a comprehensive blueprint to accelerate building essential infrastructure for First Nations. We are committed toward improving outcomes for First Nations and the next 7 generations that will follow. What is the potential impact? If even $200 million in federal funds were invested annually, FNFA could issue a $2.5 billion debenture monetized over 20 years, so First Nations could build 8,000 houses right now. It's the same process used by municipalities and provinces, and it makes taxpayers' funds go a lot farther. Just imagine what we could do to provide more housing, roads, clean water, healthcare facilities, schools, sewer systems, elder lodges, telecommunications, and so much more. That is reconciliation in action.